So on the tour, the guide was telling us that a lot of these would be underground and you'd actually enter from up top and take this ladder down. So this entrance wouldn't have actually existed. That's just for us. But the idea is that if you're underground, you're trapping the heat and keeping the cold out, which I think is really cool. Would you want to live underground, Robert?
Doesn't seem like the worst place in the world.
Yeah. If I lived in the real cold like this, I definitely think it has its advantages. I feel that. Good morning.
Hello, happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday.
Or whatever day it is you're watching this.
So it's day 3 in Alaska, but our second full day, and we are in Anchorage, and we're starting the morning right here, the Anchorage Museum. It's a nice, pretty kind of glass building, and there's a little green space in front of it, and it is another beautiful day.
10 in the morning.
It's like, yeah, it's 10 a.m. We got here right when the museum opens. Sun is high, sky is blue, just a couple clouds. It's another beautiful day. So I'm excited. So we'll see what's on the inside, and today's museum day.
Free admission.
And it's supposed to be free admission at this museum. I say today's museum day meaning we are going to museums, but apparently there's also the International Museum Day, which is why they are offering free admission. Hopefully we'll see if that's actually true. All right. Bye for now. Sunny.
Hello.
Hello again. All right, so we finished up at the first museum, which was the Anchorage Museum. What'd you think, Robert?
It was good. It was like a mix of native art and history and artifacts. So it was a good mix.
Yeah, there's definitely both historical information and like fine art type stuff, and so that was interesting. And I felt like it was also a good mix of like learning about some of the native people in Alaska, but then also when like Russians came and Americans came and different other people joined, and how that influenced things. And it was big. It was a good sized museum too. There was a lot to see and do, and
took us most of the morning, and it was free.
And it was free for International Museum Day, not normally
correct.
Free. Just clarifying in case anyone else shows up and hoping for free entry. Not always. And then we went and got lunch at Snow City Cafe. I got proper lunch. I got turkey sandwich. Robert got breakfast. His hash brown was so good. And then they also
A+
had
hash brown.
Yeah, and then they had this like little jam jar on the table, and we tried it. Of course, we tried it at the end, and we're like, "What is this?" And it's like it tastes kind of like blackberries, but like sweeter, like almost like a mix between a blackberry and raspberry. So we asked our waiter, and he told us it was Marionberry jam, and he said a lot of people get extra pieces of toast for the jam specifically. And I was like, I wish I'd thought of that beforehand. I wouldn't have thought to even do that, but it was really good.
Yummy.
Like just a little finger taste we had. And now we're at the Alaskan Native Heritage Museum. Is that right? Yeah.
It's about a 20-minute drive outside of the city.
Easy drive. And so we couldn't film inside the Anchorage Museum, but I think that there are some outdoor portions here that we will be able to film in. So we'll see.
All right.
All right. I wanted Robert to stand next to this to give you just an idea of scale.
It's so tall.
It's so tall. And our guide was telling us that they would use this as kind of a marker of where the village was and almost like a lighthouse.
It's the jawbone of a whale.
It's a jawbone of a whale. Yes, thank you. And they would set them up like this so that you would know where to come home to. It's incredible. All right, so we last left you going into the Alaska Native Heritage Center. And so we were just in time to take the tour of the village sites. And that was really cool. And it was interesting to hear about the different Native peoples around Alaska and some of the different like homes and buildings that they would build. And most of it was underground, which was really interesting.
Yeah, especially the colder climates.
Exactly. And one of them, they were saying that the entrance would be made to fit exactly the largest person in the village so that the polar bears, it would still be small enough that the polar bears couldn't get in, which was kind of funny. And generally, I felt like that center was like very focused on like lived experience, right? There was a small exhibit space that had kind of kayaks and clothing and different things like that, but like most of it was focused on people's lived experience. And you know, they had the big theater space, and so we saw a dancing performance kind of when they were talking about their own personal experiences, and it was very like, I don't know, one-on-one kind of, or it wasn't a super like structured like, okay, it's this time, and so therefore this is the exact set that we're gonna do. It was kind of like, oh, let's do this, let's do that, let's tell them about this, let's tell them about that, which I really appreciated. I felt like it was authentic.
Right.
So would recommend heading out there. And so after that, we got dinner at a Japanese restaurant, which was very small. Robert said it reminded him of some places he's been to in Japan.
Yeah, it looked exactly similar to some of the small sort of corner restaurants and stuff that they had there.
Yeah. So we got a bunch of plates to share. Fish was really good. Everything was good. It was all yummy.
Yeah, it was a good meal.
And then we just got ice cream. And I got it was called Sitka Swirl with a sweet cream base and a salted caramel swirl in it, which was super yummy.
What was mine called? I don't remember. Malted something or other.
Malt and cookies?
Yeah. It was
malted milk and cookies.
It was a malted milk base with crumbled chocolate chip cookies. It was also very good.
It was good. I was deciding between these two flavors, and so I decided on the Sitka Swirl because I was like, oh, this is different. And so then when he got the other one, I was like, perfect, I can still try it. And ended up being really yummy.
It was.
Yeah. So poor Robert, his allergies are really acting up down here.
Apparently, it must be all the birch pollen.
Yeah, we were told by one of the tour guides at the Alaska Native Heritage Center that the birch pollen count in Anchorage is the highest of anywhere it is in the U.S. And so we think that he must have seasonal allergies to birch pollen.
Yeah, it's getting through even all of the allergy meds I'm taking now, so.
I know, because he's still, and I have a little bit, like I'm a little sneezy, stuffy, nosy, but not as bad as him.
No,
like he's really like suffering.
Yeah.
We might have to go and get you something for that at the store. So that's it for tonight. And I think this is where we're going to end our first video so that we don't give you a super long one.
Yeah.
But so we'll see you tomorrow, and we'll also see you in the next video.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.